quick show of hands, who's first time in Dublin? Well, as you guys know, the whole point of the Mastermind is obviously the community and the networking as well, right? Like you're gonna make the money in this room, but also in the dinners, the networking, the conversations you're gonna have with everybody. So use it, right? Like promote each other, shout each other out on your social media, document it. The best content comes from events like these. What you learn, you can share with your audience immediately and help add value to them. But with that being said, let's dive into it. You want to kick it off?
My name is Osman Kiani. I'm from London. My company is called Guided Growth, and we're in the high ticket info niche. Our current monthly revenue is 100k, and I want to grow to 500k over the next 12 months. The three things blocking me right now: I've never made a sale from ads. It's been the wording and the offer. I've got the second thing is blocking me is a good ad script. The third thing blocking me is angles, positioning, and speaking in the positioning to speaking to my avatar.
Hi, my name's Leighton. I'm from Dublin. My company's called Leading Social. We're in the e-com niche. Our current monthly revenue is 75k. I'd like to get that to 150. In regards to things blocking me right now, time management has become an issue again, and prioritization. I kind of nailed that for a while, but now it's actually now that kind of my role has changed a bit. I need to kind of focus on that. Lead flow, although it's better than it was, it's still an issue. And then team and vision. I've kind of ran a very tight ship since I've kind of started. But yeah, just kind of getting the team in on the vision. Obviously they want salary increases, getting them bought into the long-term part of it has been something I'm working on the last kind of 2-3 months. In regards to three things I want to get out of the event, and number one is just kind of thinking time. Just feel like I've been fucking every day just been going really fast the last couple of months, so just that space to just think and just think higher level is the main thing. Getting a little bit more organized, and then also maybe just chatting about the content side of things, which I've gotten better at, but I just haven't really nailed like a to-do list or a strategy around it. And then in regards to fun, I love to travel when I can. I love going to the movies, and then I love to write as well. Not really from a business perspective, but more so personally. So yeah, that's me.
I'm Chris. I'm from Manchester, very close to it. My company is Content to Clients, and we help people win clients on LinkedIn organic. So only recently started running some ads with the help of Garrett. Current monthly revenue, it's been up to 100k. Comfortably it sits 50 to 60, 70. I just want to grow it to that 83.3333 in the next 12 months. Things blocking me right now, there's loads. I think the main one is actually balancing like workaholism and personal life at the same time, because I just fucking love this shit, and I will like sacrifice other things that maybe I shouldn't have been doing for 3 years now. YouTube organic growth is pretty slow, so I wouldn't mind speaking about that at some point. And then systemizing the shit out of the existing client journey on high level, because we've just switched over to high level.
Hey guys, my name is Kiri. I'm from London, UK. My company is Forward, which stands for Profitable Education. We help people make more money once customers come into the door and keep them longer. And we're in the make money online, education, that whole space. Our current revenue is between 30 and 35k a month, and I want to grow it to 100k a month in the next 6 to 12 months. The biggest blockers right now are, I'd say, all of our leads come from organic or referrals, and I want to stop that and not stop that. I want to transition it to more of a predictable lead flow, via ads probably. As part of that though, because I feel with organic it can cheat sometimes, my offer isn't as strong as it could be because it's all organic and referrals, so I need some kind of offer that works more from cold, which will probably come from testing, but we'll see. And one big thing I think I've discovered trying to get to 100k a month now is to focus on priorities, understanding where to put my attention to scale. That's the main things I want to help about the event. What I do for fun is jiu-jitsu, watch UFC and go to movies.
Perfect. I don't know if anyone else gets this, but when you're talking for the people, your heart rate goes 90. Anyway, so my name's Jordan. I'm from Ireland, about 45 minutes from here. My company's Email for Brands. It says what it is, but we basically do email marketing for e-commerce brands. Our current monthly revenue is about 30 or 40k, but we're on percentage. So because it's Q4 now, that could potentially double by taking on no more clients. So it's pretty nice. In the next 12 months, I want to do a minimum 100k a month, but I could be merging with someone else, so our business would double overnight if that happened. 3 things that are blocking me right now: I've restructured the team a lot, and I'm just not sure on, because we get incentives from clients and percentages, I'm not sure on who to push that back to in the team, and at what point do I stop that, because it eats into my margins a lot. So sometimes I feel like I'm overpaying, so I just want to get more clear on that.
Clarity on my next moves. Maybe some good ideas, strategies. I'll have to nerd around some strategies to squeeze out the last bit for my clients as well, so we can make more money. Yeah, great connections, fun, have a great time.
Hi everybody, I'm Harvey, I'm from the UK. My company's called Growth Properties. We're in the property niche but info, so teaching people and helping them build, like mainly kind of deal sourcing. We teach people how to find and sell deals, and we match them with investors. Launched this new offer with buy and sell this year, probably about 4 months ago I think it is. So around 40-50k months at the moment. The goal over the next 12 months is to hit 150k. 3 things that's blocking me at the moment is sales, especially to cold traffic. I've done everything organic today, and I've just launched the cold traffic stuff, and yeah.
My name is Asbjørn, I'm from Denmark, and my company is called Raymondo. We're in the info business niche, where we basically run an agency. Our current monthly revenue is 15k in the agency, and then I have a part of a info product as well, where we're doing like 30k each month, approximately. And over the next 12 months, I would like to grow to 80k, specifically in the agency.
My company is Lean Marketing. I'm the CEO, not the founder. So if you are struggling with too many ideas, I'm the integrator and will tell you what not to do. We are trying to be essentially the closers of marketing. So we help people build their own in-house marketing systems. We started the year with current monthly revenue at about 110. We're currently at 220. So we're on an intense growth trajectory. I want to hit 8 figures in the next 12 months. 3 things that are blocking me right now. My sales team does not match the energy of the rest of my team.
Hi, my name is Marianne and I am from Helsinki, Finland. And my company is Smart Mentoring, and we are in the high-ticket info niche. We help coaches and consultants to scale their businesses with premium offers. Our current monthly revenue, actually I scaled this business to 7 figures a couple of years back. Our highest month was 150k, and now we have been for the past couple of years around 40 to 100k, like 80k, so it's been like inconsistent. And my next goal is for the next year is to make 500k profit after taxes. This is specific, and also 8 figures before the end of the decade. So I have like long-term goals around that. So 3 things that are blocking me right now is not having systematized back-end offer or upsell process.
Hi guys, my name's Gio, I'm from London. My company is Octavian Labs, we're in the crypto niche. We just done an organic launch recently, we've done just over 100k. We want to get to 300k a month in the next 12 months or so. The main things blocking us at the minute, or me, is my time's pretty spread, so I'm kind of like focusing on too many things. The woman in the red dress, even just coming here from Dubai, there's like a new opportunity that I'm getting excited about. So yeah, just kind of want to get clarity and focus on what I should be focusing on, like what are the highest leverage opportunities, I guess, that I can put my time into. Smoothing out fulfillment as well. If we want to get to 300k a month, I can kind of already foresee from the organic launch that we would probably struggle to onboard.
I wrote this down too for everyone else in the room too. It's like, it's the classic offer statement, right? I help X person do Y thing using, Z method, right? And then you can also do it in days, weeks, months, whatever, right? That's the simplest way you can do it. This is extra, but like really you just need the specific person, specific problem, and then the specific way, like you just said, you have your proprietary method.
On Instagram right now in the bio, it says we've put...
Do you ever chuck in a without?
Yeah, so that would be where, Jordan was saying as well, you could put the risk reversal, right? The guarantee, the risk. So you could obviously do without, and then, pain points, problems, and then add the guarantee and the risk reversal as well, if you want to go that deep. So it could be another whole thing as well. Do you have to get that specific with your offer? Not really. I mean, like, I think it was Sam, or Wolf, you were just saying, with your offer, it's pretty clear cut. You're going to have competitors, but the reason they're going to buy from you is because of your content and your case studies and your testimonials. And so it's like your specific way is good, but it's also just because of your proof and your track record too. So you don't necessarily need the risk reversal necessarily. To cold traffic you might, it would help with the marketing. But again, if they don't qualify for the guarantee anyways, you're probably not going to offer that.
In the Instagram bio at the moment, it says, I build elite sales teams for 7 and 8 figure businesses. Is that too vague compared to?
Missing the in-house.
Okay.
It's super important.
I never thought in-house was important until you said it.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Because I could,
Everyone's saying they can like, I've got setters for you. I get like 30 emails a day being like, do you want appointment setters? Do you want these? I'm like, no, I want my own. Like,
yeah. Every business eventually wants to have it in-house. In the beginning, it's easier to outsource it, but eventually, if you wanted to even think about exiting, you're going to want to have control over it.
And for a lot of our CEOs that come to us, we tried an agency, we tried this, and now we want to bring it in. But every time I bring it in, they're in and out the door so fast.
So that's your ad right there. I mean, those are your hooks. Yeah.
Suck.
No, dude, this is. Sometimes we overcomplicate it, right?
It can also be used for customer success. You can say to someone, if you join my coaching or more community or whatever, if you do this, and it doesn't work, you get your money back. But that incentivizes them to actually do the work. Because a lot of times people just don't do the work, and that's why they fail.
I do that too in mine.
Yeah, so a lot of my clients, I have the craziest guarantees, but there's a lot of contractual stipulations that they have to fulfill. So the customer success goes up because they spend so much money investing in it. They want the guarantee, but they won't get it unless they do the work. So that's the objective.
Yeah, mine are the same thing. Like show up to the coaching course at least 6 times, go through the whole course.
Make it crazy. They've got to go attend like 85% of the coaching course. Like, is that one a day?
Yeah.
So that's
I think for coaching, yeah.
it's freaking crazy. But it really,
And the whole point of the guarantee is for marketing.
Exactly.
I mean, that's the whole point. Like, we have one, and out of all the sales calls, I mean, really, the best clients don't ask for it anyways. Like, they're going to do the work. But the whole reason you add a guarantee is to make the marketing work more efficiently. And most people won't qualify for it, or if they do, there's the conditions, right? And that's how you obviously make sure they do the work anyways, to qualify for the guarantee. So it's something you can add for the marketing. But on the sales side, you don't really even need to mention it.
Where's the place in the marketing? Is it like at the front end of the ad or in the VSL?
Usually in both, in the ads, yeah, and the VSL. I don't even mention ours in our VSL. I just, in the ads.
Do you only ever discuss it on a sales call if it's brought by that?
If they bring it up, yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
And like only 1 out of like 30 plus people maybe mentions it.
It's a red flag, I think, someone mentions it anyway.
Well, but what we were talking about earlier with the guarantee is like, there's also the other side where it's like, yeah, everyone is offering a guarantee. And especially if you're serving this market that we're all serving for the most part, coaches, consultants, course creators, agency owners, right? You kind of know what the guarantee is, or you know it has stipulations. So like you can also call that out too. Like one of my best ads was calling all those guarantees and claims out because I was just being real. Like, aren't you tired of the crazy claims and guarantees? Like, you know, it's a bunch of just smokescreen too. Like that could obviously be a good ad and an angle if you didn't want to offer a guarantee.
So would you just like to introduce yourself and your business?
Hey, so my name is Kiri. I own a company called Profitable Education, and we help companies reduce their churn and increase their upsells.
My name is Jerry Luna. I run a YouTube ads agency business, and my company name is Luna Media.
Band Media Marketing. We focus on scaling 6- and 7-figure D2C e-commerce businesses.
Yeah, my name's Jordan O'Connor. We have an agency called Email for Brands, and we help e-commerce brands with email marketing.
Hi, my name's Leighton. I'm based here in Dublin, Ireland. I have a company called Leading Social. We help e-commerce brands grow online with a focus on profitability.
And what made you want to join the Admin Mastermind?
So I know quite a few people who know Brian and who have been to the Mastermind, and they highly recommended it so they can help with ads, your offer, and general business operations.
I see myself as an asset to invest into, and the knowledge in the room, I had to come and experience it for myself and learn from all the experts in the room.
I actually attended this mastermind on a bit of a whim. A friend said you should come along to Brian Moncada's mastermind. I looked at Brian's content and thought, as he's worked with Charlie Morgan and some reputable names, I thought I'm going to come in, join, and see what he has to offer.
It's very rare that a mastermind is in Ireland, so normally I have to travel to Dubai, America, or other places in the world. So when I seen that someone like Brian was coming to Dublin, it was a no-brainer. I just decided to go straight away.
About 2 years ago, I came across one of Brian's YouTube videos, and yeah, just after digesting some of his content and going through his content, I had a call and got in.
How has this helped you gain clarity?
So Brian is very good at zooming out and looking at the bigger picture and trying to focus on the entire principles of what you're focusing on, not the individual tactics in business that will stop working in like a week from now?
Focusing on one thing specifically, and staying away from the lady in the red dress. And so that's one thing specifically that, to avoid distractions and focus on the main thing without, looking into all sorts of other things.
How does it help me gain more clarity? It's given me a very clear goal with YouTube ads, Facebook ads, of how we can use that to scale by using a really hot offer that then will be more present to the market, that's something they actually want, and how we can word that in a way that's really going to speak to their pain points, and then how we can present that to them in a really positive way, I'd say.
Yeah, it's just helped me with more clarity to pivot to this new offer that we're going to run so we can then scale more and be more profitable.
What would you say to someone who's on the fence about joining this mastermind? I'd say if you're on the fence about joining the mastermind, I would really encourage you to give it a go. I feel like it has everything that you would need in order to grow any type of business. In regards to the course content that's in the mastermind, in regards to the community that you have access to, I feel like it's a no-brainer for anybody that wants to get involved in scaling up their online business.
Amazing.
Good.
Cheers, man.
Adam, you want to talk about your offer?
Yeah, what we're running previously was like we will add 50 to 150k of revenue in the first 90 days with your money back. But we kind of like did end up needing to run with that offer. And at the moment, client acquisition, we're running on referrals. So I have no lead flow right now. And that's a real big problem to even scale the business, right? So I suppose I come here to try and figure out, because I've had mentors and they're very much, I don't know if they've ever run an e-commerce agency, because it seems to be one of the answers was I'll go into Facebook groups and start messaging people and try and build a relationship that way. But then I said, okay, show me. They didn't have the answer.
Not e-commerce, didn't they?
Yeah, straight away I was like, oh fuck's sake, I just wasted my money. And then next one, it was like, oh yeah, use LinkedIn and do it this way. Okay. Then they said go into groups on LinkedIn and then start messaging people that way. I was like, okay, show me. Again, they were like, okay, I'll come back to you. And then I was like, fuck's sake, man, I'll just keep burning my money on these people. So I wanted to come here and see what would be the way you would approach it for my D2C e-com agency to find 6 and 7 figure e-commerce agency or owners.
Layden, how do you do it?
Back to school. Yeah, back to school. Like, yes, sir.
Yeah, because you have, similar agency, obviously.
You're busy getting leads over there.
How do you get leads with 6 and 7?
6 and 7 figure.
Because you said you can help 20 to 30k a month e-commerce businesses.
We referred Adam a client, they were doing like 20 or 30k. I just took him on because it was a friend.
I've always dreamed of having like a VSL that like I knew exactly like how many leads, what the cost per call would be, and then like what the conversion rate would be. But the last, let's say 18 months, it's just an omni-channel approach. I mean, I do my best with LinkedIn, organic content, a bit of YouTube. I might spend maybe like 3 or 4k on ads per month, but that's just, I don't actually expect anything to happen. It's more so just getting traffic to the page. There is some leads coming in, but I'm not looking at it and immediately needing a return. I'm just trying to get more people to see my face talking about e-commerce marketing. And then I do it, especially in the UK, to be honest, attend e-commerce events. I know it's not ideal because you have to go there, but I have gone some really, I feel like the industry has gotten much more personal again, and people want to shake your hand, people want to have a lunch and then talk about the plan for the year. So for me personally, it's a mix of it all. It's a mix of a little bit of organic, a little bit of paid ads, attending events, making sure my face is being seen in the industry, and from there they're trying to stir up conversation. So it's definitely not a problem I've solved, but it's working. I mean, definitely nice growth. I've gotten some nicer clients and they're staying longer. So that's been my approach. But I would love to get the paid ad side of things going. I did give YouTube a go for about 90 days at the beginning of this year off the back of the Miami Mastermind. But it's just one of those things. It's like, it actually worked, but for some reason I just stopped doing it. And another problem came up, and you're building your team, and then you need to pause the ads, and then you need to go back into the studio, write another script. So not a problem that I've solved, but I definitely feel like the omnichannel approach is is a good way to have it. Yeah, and important. Yeah, I wish I had an answer for you, but I don't.
Yeah. Oh, when you did the paid ads, what platform was it that you were pushing?
It's a mix of YouTube and Meta. Yeah. So over the years, I've built up a custom audience. So I feel like the audience there is quite strong with the traffic, and even the opt-ins are good. It's just about higher. I'm really just trying to improve the quality of them. You know, when we do work, we're like, I mean, I even have a couple of clients that are in that 500K to 1 million mark. And I don't want to keep that. They're not really my ICP, but I'll take them if I like them and I think we can help them. But I really want to get that higher quality, like 3, 5, 10 million plus on Shopify customers. So they're just figuring out as we go, really.
Yeah. How long would you do the hybrid for then? Is it a 3-month thing, a 2-month thing?
Ours is 16 right now. 16 weeks, yeah. We started with 16 because typically it takes anywhere from 21 to 28 days to get up and running for us, because there's videos that need to be filmed. Obviously we're trying to shorten that as much as possible, but 12 to 16 weeks is usually a good spot. So this is why we launched the hybrid model. I think I've showed this to some of you guys on the calls inside the Mastermind before, but the problem was with the agency, this was the bottleneck, and this represents the total addressable market, right? Everybody who's in the niche that we serve. There's only a small percentage of them that actually, qualify for done for you, that can afford 15K a month. Not many businesses are making 100K a month, right? So finding someone who can make 250K a month, has a dialed in sales process, funnel, offer, it's not a lot of people. That's why the agency for me was always, I grew it very quickly because I was always going to masterminds and events and networking, joining coaching programs, building goodwill, and naturally people would put my training inside of their programs and I would help them. So it was a lot of just word of mouth, networking, and referrals. We got to 100K a month without even running any ads. That was just off pure relationships.
Just YouTube ads?
Just YouTube ads. No, never bounced around and did Facebook or anything like that. It was just YouTube, 100K a month. And that was the bottleneck because we couldn't ever scale past 200K a month without things breaking. Fulfillment, client results, and then also team. So then we realized, okay, well, we basically need to create more of these clients, but how do we do that? And again, these are people that are doing let's just say 100K a month plus, right? So it's very, very small. But then there's this basically other segment of the market, and these people, they're doing basically, 0 to 30K a month or so. So it's a lot of obviously beginners, because there's not a lot of people that obviously, the majority of people just don't make much money with their businesses, right? And so actually it's more like this, kind of like that. And then this segment is more 30 to 100K a month. And so this is where we launched a hybrid. Because we know that these people we can still help them, but mainly it's offer, messaging, positioning. They don't really need ads. They just need a good offer, and they need to get organic to work. And then there's this that's basically more of a do-it-yourself type thing, right? And so this is where the hybrid falls in, because we can easily ascend people from this to this, given we wanted to. But this also just increased our TAM tremendously to be able to lead still with this, because this is what people want. They want done for you. And then when they get on the call, obviously they don't really qualify. And when they, truthfully, some people just don't even need a media buyer to run their ads. They need to understand how to do it themselves if they want to be able to manage it for them later on. So that's where we launched that. So that's why we launched it. Does that make sense? So, okay, organic. So who wants to talk organic then? Okay, let's talk organic. What questions do you guys have about that?
Do you find when you want to start running ads, meta ads, or web ads, is there anything that's a YouTube strategy to start doing videos alongside it to nurture people, or does it?
Yeah, so you want to always have ads and organic, right? The goal is not to always rely on ads, but to have a solid organic. So this is the model that I do, and I keep it simple, right? So here's traffic. And this is the model I learned personally when I was working with Sam on WeTube. And so this model, you have this bucket right here. Jeez, just write that again. So you want to have, this is the easiest model, by the way. This is the same model that I use. You have YouTube, ads, as the first bucket, right? Then you have YouTube channel, where you're posting at least one video per week minimum, which is already hard enough for most of us to just do that one video. And then you have email. Right? This is basically what I do. YouTube ads, post 1 to 2 videos a week. Now we're doing 2, and then I send daily emails. So my ads grow my email list. My email list reminds my audience about my YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel nurtures my email list. And so it's this flywheel, right? This feeds this, emails point to my YouTube channel, and then people that watch my ads also subscribe to my YouTube channel. Does that make sense?
It does, yeah, but why the YouTube ads, are they direct response for a call? Like, why are you getting the email? It's not a lead magnet.
Well, because I'm getting opt-ins to the VSL.
So that, all right, okay.
So I'm growing my list through the opt-ins for the VSL. The VSL is showing my offer, booking calls. The people that don't book a calls get on my email list and they see my YouTube channel from my videos that I'm posting twice a week. So I'm nurturing them. My YouTube channel is also reminding them about my offer and myself and that they should work with me. And then people that see the ads also subscribe to the YouTube channel too. So it's a flywheel.
Yeah, so are the ads just purely direct response, or do you...
Direct response.
Do you see, is there, like, when you're running the ads, do you see correlation with the organic views going up? Because I notice myself, if I see an ad, I actually might even check out his YouTube channel before I check out his VSL. I might say, who's this guy? Then go onto his YouTube channel, and then might binge some of his content, and then go through his VSL.
That's how it works, yeah.
Only one YouTube account where you also run the ads?
I run the ads from my main channel, yeah. Yeah, I've never ran ads. Yeah, because like you just said, right, you see an ad, and guess what? You go on their channel now, and they don't have any content, any social proof. It's not a good look. What I did when I stopped posting for because when I first started posting YouTube, it was like fitness content. That was like what I was trying to do before. And then my audience, I knew that audience wasn't gonna ever watch any of the stuff I was talking about now. Marketing, masterminds, there's no way. So what I did was I just made a video saying I'm back, and here's what I've been up to. I just walked them through everything I've been doing over 20-minute Loom video. And I said, if you're interested in these things, subscribe, because here's what I'm gonna do over the next few weeks. I'm gonna post a video a week talking about marketing, mindset, masterminds. And so I reintroduced basically my YouTube channel, and I re-offered my subscribers about subscribing again and continuing to watch my videos. You can also just unlist any videos on your channel now that aren't gonna serve you in your business. First, I want to quickly just go around and have you guys share what your top takeaways was from yesterday. I'm sure you guys had a couple, but let's just share our top takeaways. Maybe your top takeaway might be somebody else that they forgot it, right? And they're like, yeah, that's right, I forgot about that.
Yeah, so my number one takeaway was to finally launch my high ticket offer for my own brand.
Let's go, Wolf. Yes. There we go.
Yeah, just go grow the brand and not just launch the book and maybe some courses and automatically sell them, but just go high ticket, just what I do with my clients.
Hell yeah, dude.
So this is the number one thing, and that took up 1 page basically of my 1.5 page of notes. The second big thing, and I like this as a point of view, and I think Jade pointed that out, it's like on a side note, from possible to probable.
Yeah, I love that.
And that part really clicked with me in terms of marketing. You can shift them and making their views more probable.
Yeah.
In every facet. Same thing in an opening call, and a setting call, and a closing call. You just move them further and further to the next step that it's probable, more likely than before. So that's a really nice sentence, or awesome way of looking at it. And just going through it once again, I will definitely also implement the trigger campaigns when someone clicks on a link and doesn't book.
Yep.
I haven't thought about that before, and I'm going to try out if that actually increases the booking rate.
Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah, I can send you the Loom video as well. I'll make a note. Charlie, can you make a note for me to create a Loom video and send it in the Mastermind group?
Just, I think you have to then add every single CTA link you have in automated campaigns into that trigger campaign, right?
So whenever you send, what I do is whenever I send like a direct offer, if someone clicks the link to book, I'll specifically make the trigger campaign go for that campaign I just sent. So you can always recycle it for any new email. It sounds confusing, but like,
okay. So, but for example, if you know you're going to pitch a call, would it then make sense to give them a tag that you pitched the call and then trigger that?
Yeah, you can have it automated. So if anyone clicks on a link that's like /book a call,
Yeah, exactly.
you can have that as a segment trigger. So as soon as that triggers, we put them into like a click sequence. So as soon as someone clicks, they get put into this sequence. If they don't book the call, then you can have it run automatically. But obviously, then it's not like specific for that campaign. But it does great.
Yeah.
Then you can even have that run or like have a deadline on it.
We want to talk about 3 things today: the real definition of scaling. From myself and my point of view as a systems engineer, why scaling a team is needed, but you shouldn't pay to scale your team. And number 3, the only 3 ingredients you need to actually scale. Who here ever said they want to scale their business? Any of you? Who said that you want to do it ethically? Not all of you, that's fine. No judgment. The important thing here that I want to ask you all, what do you mean when you say scaling? What's your definition of scaling?
Growth. Strong foundations that can be built upon.
Good. Anyone else has a definition?
Do more of what works and less what doesn't work.
Good, we're getting there. Anyone else?
A system that can grow without exploding.
More volume.
Keeping it light and simple, if I just use my definition as an engineer, scaling is your ability to generate from more outputs from the same inputs or less inputs. That's the basics of a system. So basically when we use the word scaling, sometimes we mix scaling and growing as the same word. It's not. And we're going to talk about the difference between one and another, and you need to go through both. But it's not the same thing. Normally in our space, we say, oh, I want to scale my business. And we don't understand that most of the times we're growing our business, which is fine. It's not the same thing. Because normally what most people do, they need more inputs to get more outputs. That's fine, but that's growing. There is no exponential growth that comes from that. There is at most linear growth. There is another way to do it, and that's what I want to talk about today. So by the end of the presentation, which I'm going to keep light and simple so we can do a whiteboard session, if you guys believe that the only way to actually scale and not grow is through client success, it was a great presentation. If I'm not able to change that belief, I didn't do a great job here. And I want to make sure we spend a little bit of time talking about the real definition of scaling. Have you guys ever seen this image? This is an S-curve. Most of the businesses that you guys know, at least for the top 5 to 10 in the SP 500, they have had, or they're going through a growth curve that looks like this. If you look at the curve, basically it talks about starting. It's the startup stage. When you guys think about launching a new offer and validating an idea, you're in startup stage, which is fine. You're going to see if there is a product to market fit. After that, you're going to start dialing in acquisition. That's the growth phase, and that's where people get confused with growth versus scaling. Growth gets you going to the next level, but it's not scaling. In order for you to move to scaling, you need, again, to get more outputs from the same inputs, or actually reduce the number of inputs to get more of the outputs. And when we use the word outputs here, let's just think about revenue and profitability. Ideally, profitability is a better number for you to think about than actually using revenue as your baseline. Because a lot of businesses that we have worked with over the past 4 years, they have great revenue numbers. But if I would show you all the balance sheet, you guys would run away immediately. I've seen companies doing $500,000 to $1 million a month with 0 to 5% profits. And they are holding these click funnel awards, there are all the events, talking about the revenue, and like, good for you. But if your company is not profitable, for sure you're not scaling. Something is not working, something is wrong. And you should work on it, because there is a way for you to make it better and to make it easy for you. So again, take a second just to think, where am I as a business? Am I growing or am I scaling? And if I'm growing, what's my next step to actually move and start scaling my business? Why do we want to think about scaling? Because scaling is your measurement of efficiency. Growth will be your measurement of being effective. So your offer, when you're delivering to your clients, you need to make sure you get client to be successful. Your clients must be successful. That's how you measure effectiveness. If your clients are not successful while working with you, aligned with your promises, you're not effective. So it doesn't matter if you try to scale. It doesn't matter at all, because you're not going to scale if you're not effective, because scaling is just a measurement of efficiency. So when you're effective, then you can be efficient. And basically, if you're scaling and you follow the rights law, which is a very old law, basically it says that over time, the cost to deliver something should be cheaper. So if you guys think about how much it costs to manufacture an iPhone on the 2000s, and the same iPhone today, it's ridiculous. It probably costs like $500 to manufacture that iPhone at that time, probably costs $1. Why? Because things get cheaper to manufacture or deliver over time as soon as you become efficient. If you look at most of the online businesses, when they think they're scaling, they're not. Because most of them, and I've seen more than 120 over the past 4 years, they don't become more efficient over time. They become more complex over time. And complexity is not efficiency if it's not done well. You can become complex with the right systems, but if you don't do it well, you're just gonna deal with more overhead, more headaches, and you're not able to do more. So one simple metric for you guys to think, if you have a team already in place, is my team's capacity improving over time? If I have a client success team and each coach, CSM account manager is overseeing 30 clients, in 6 months, are they able to oversee 35? They're not. So I'm not increasing their capacity, I'm doing something wrong. Expand a little bit on this.
No, can you repeat the question?
Ask yourself if your coaching team's capacity or CS team, it's increasing over time. So if they're able to oversee 30 in 6 months or a year, are they able to see 35, oversee 35? As an example, Jamie, one of the ones I shared before and the people we've worked with, one of the biggest metrics for them as a fitness company was to get their team to manage 60 clients to actually manage 80 clients, each coach. And most people, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, but they have 1,000 clients. That's huge. Because again, they need less humans to manage their client base. And when you add humans to the equation, complexity grows exponentially. So I would rather have less humans to manage the same number of clients, because it's a lot easier as a leader and as a manager to manage less humans. So it's important for you guys to ask you a question, is my team becoming more efficient over time? That's going to be a key thing for you. Another thing that I typically hear when people talk about scaling, I've been to plenty of events so far to hear this word, velocity is king, you need to go fast, you need to crush it. Yeah, to a point. When you're testing a product to see if there is any market fit, yeah, go fast. Iterate faster. Check if people want it. But after you do that, velocity is important if you're actually doing things well. So if you have a car like the one here with square tires, do you really want to go faster? You probably don't. And that's the thing that people forget, like, let me look at what we're doing, let me see what I can do to increase the efficiency of what I'm doing before I actually go faster and increase velocity, increase my ad spend and things like that. Because I need to be prepared to deal with growth issues that are not scaling issues. So in order for you to scale, are we all on the same page? You guys align with me with what scaling is and what growth is? Yeah. So if you really want to scale, you need a team. So you need someone that can help you deliver with at least the same level of quality you did when you were the one fulfilling the offer. So my goal is to build a team that I don't have to pay for. And you guys might say, like, how can you do that? Do you have a nonprofit or something like that? No, there is a concept that we love, we call SLT, which is self-liquidating team. Concept is simple. If fulfillment becomes a profit center, each team member should generate at least enough revenue to cover their salary. That's basic. Simple example, if I pay a client success manager $5,000 a month, and my offer is $10,000 a month, each CSM needs to bring one referral every 2 months, and they're basically free. Because those referrals have no acquisition costs, So I just got one referral every 2 months for each client success manager, and they're basically paying for their own salary. And that's just the basics. I can add a few more layers. Imagine if my churn is 10%, meaning that every month out of 100 clients, I'm losing 10, and my churn goes down to 5 because I have a great client success team. I just saved, as an example, 50K in potential lost revenue that I was losing before that I'm not losing anymore. That probably pays for the whole team. I can go further. If you have a client success team and they're able to sell a back-end offer, you guys talked a lot about back-end offers, they just generated revenue that your sales team wasn't involved. You spend $0 on ads to get those clients to buy again. You just extended their client lifetime value. So your team generated more revenue, making them a profit center. That more than probably pays for the whole team. We have one of our clients that I think they have around 800 active clients, and they had 0 back-end offer. So you guys are not the only ones. They had at that time 800 active clients, 0 back-end offer. They launched something very simple, nothing complex, no masterminds or nothing. It was just, do you want more of the same? And it was like, sure, we want more of the same. Cool. There was a challenge where their funnel was completely broken for a month. There was an issue with their sales team. They couldn't get enough calls booked. And if it wasn't the back-end sales coming through, covering all the overhead, they would be in trouble. So just understanding how your team, your client delivery team can actually generate revenue, it's going to shift your perspective from thinking that my team is a cost to actually my team is an investment.
It's mine, whose world is this? It's mine,